there perhaps a message you wish to relay? It's just as I thought. Tio! You can understand it. Not exactly, but I can basically infer its intentions.
So, this is Maines, Crossbow's leading Septium producer.
It is a rather inaccessible place, is it not?
Yeah, I gotta agree. It reminds me of Morga Village. It's like night and day compared to the city.
Yes. It seems they've modernized their mining technology at least, though.
But someone else knocked on my door first. I'm sure you saw them before you came in. You mean Ravache?
If you don't mind me asking, what did they want to talk to you about?
Well, you see, with the CGF gone, Ravache has offered to become the town's new bodyguards. That way you'll be ready whenever the beasts decide to show up, they said.
Bodyguards? Them?
ニグマ駆動。
俺の番だな。ほらよ。行くぞ。
任せて。みんなありがとうございました。やあ。さてと。ユニグマ駆動。
おっしゃ。俺の番だな。
私の番ね。みんなありがとうございました。やあ。はあ、これで一安心です。
For the last few days, you know, we've been doing a lot of shit of packing up stuff for a move, and it's been tired and draining, and also, if you had been really watching any of my videos since Gravity Rush, you would know that my mother basically has cancer. It's pretty much the least, I don't know, the least worrying cancer you could ever get, though. And she's getting surgery to get it removed. And I don't know, I'm not feeling too great about all this today. And I don't like her having to be in a hospital and have surgery being done. All that, I don't know, I just feel like shit. But it's also like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to really do right now. Friends. It's fucking 4 in the morning, alright? It's 4 in the morning. I've not slept since 9 of yesterday. I have nothing else I can do except get this shit going on, I guess, you know? So I mean, all I can really do right now is wait for info from my parents about what's going on. Yeah, I don't know, I don't like I don't like shit like this when it happens to my mom. It's a lot of bullshit. Anyway, continuing where we were from the last part. Okay, let's start by going over our current situation. Many details were foggy in the CGF's initial report. We knew about the string of monster attacks, but not much more. Fortunately, our investigation shed light on many of those points, but there's something we don't know that by all rights should have come clear by now. Really? What are you talking about? Well, we know their identity. What is their motive? Or their lair? Actually, their lair kind of is important. The location of the monster's lair. Well, ideally, we know this by now. But if even the CGF and all the resources weren't able to find them, there's no chance we'd be able to. Indeed, a group of four is not nearly enough to search through the mountains. Well, it's going to be their motive. True, so that aside, I'd say our missing bit of info must be the monster's motive. Yeah, that's a good point. Considering what happened at St. Ursula, it doesn't seem like they're doing all of this out of hunger. And according to Amorica village chiefs, there's a possibility that all these attacks are a warning from the Divine Wolves, but... it's more likely that those Black Wolves are our culprits. Yes, I agree. The attacks don't fit a wolf's typical behavior, so it makes sense that we have been unable to determine a motive. You know, I don't like that I'm pointing this out for myself, but why is it that when I started playing, like, Ys, is also when my mother had to be in the hospital for something? Granted, it was still sucky for her to be in the hospital, but it wasn't something fucking related to cancer. And now I'm playing Trail Sim Zero, which is kind of like, it's still a Falcom game, but it's still like a Legend of Heroes game, but it's older. It's like, bro, come on. Yeah. Still, it's too early to conclude that the wolves' attack don't have a reason behind them. In the case of the hospital attack, the wolves had taken an especially complex route to get to the rooftop. Further, it's strange how they only lightly wounded the victim before leaving. This is peculiar. It's clear that the wolves' movements and actions are too meticulous to simply be on a whim. I get it. So you're saying normally we should have been able to figure out their motive by now. The fact that we haven't is a clue in and of itself, yeah? Exactly. In cases like this, it's possible to get stuck thinking a certain way. Hold on. Looking at all the various attacks by the Black Wolves, if we want to find a motive that makes sense, we'll have to look at things from a different perspective. How so? It's actually pretty simple. Generally, crimes consist of four aspects: culprit, motive, means, and result. And I think it's possible we might have some things in the wrong places. Wait a second. I'll write these out for us to see. Yeah, that's the gist of it. You're saying these ain't in the right spots. Well, how about this? Well, I mean, Black Wolves, they are kind of the culprit, but the culprit is actually truly unknown. Let's just see. That's all wrong. No, that still doesn't work. Let's give this another try. Huh? Wait, what? The culprit is actually... I'm not sure I was going with all this. What if I tried this? Whatever. not fucking in the mind to be dealing with this. That's it. If we go by this now, rather than the wolves being the culprits, they were the means, and using the wolves' abilities was the motive. Oh boy, you completely flipped the case on its head. So you're thinking that people are behind the attacks after all. If they're able to control the wolves, it's natural to think so. Our only problem is not knowing how exactly they're able to do that. Luckily, we have a particular statement that can help us guess their method. From someone we talked to. Oh, I think I know. You picked up on it too, Randy. You see, that statement came from Shizuku McLean. The Divine Blade of Wind's daughter will be key to cracking this case wide open. Shizuku's statement. Well, I was curious what was happening, so I opened the window and listened very carefully. I didn't hear any more screams, but I did hear something that sounded like heavy breathing. Then after a few minutes, I suddenly heard a thumping sound, almost like someone was jumping. Oh, and there was one other thing. There was one more sound I thought I heard, as all those other sounds were happening. It was kind of like a faint whistling coming from somewhere in the distance. Hold on, was that whistling how they controlled the wolves? Yeah, I think it's likely. Wolves are quite similar to dogs. Their ears can pick up frequencies that the average human ear cannot. Special whistles have been made to exploit that for a while now. So our culprits are using a dog whistle then. There's some people out there that use dog whistles to control military warhounds. Though armies don't usually bother with them, it's mostly just Jaegers. I see. Interesting. I think I'm starting to see the dots connect. If this was their means, they need a way to move the wolves between the different attack sites. Wait, did they? That's right. Remember the van we saw earlier? I can't say it was the same one necessarily, but it certainly looked like a perfect fit for the job. It seems we finally connected the dots. Their motive must have been to monopolize the septium industry. No, maybe that was just a bonus? That's what I'm thinking. Ravache is going all out in their efforts to shore up their power and resources in order to crush their rival group, Heiyue. They may have been planning to use these trained wolves as one of the weapons in their fight. So this was the perfect chance for them to test out their new attack dogs. If they didn't follow orders, they'd be useless when it came to a real throwdown. That's the real truth behind all these different attacks, ain't it? Yeah, I have no doubt. Isn't it strange in the first place that the Mafia showed up, offering Maines their protection right after the CGF withdrew? The order to withdraw came straight from the CGF commander, and he's said to have had ties to a member of the Diet. Given that Ravache has so much of a Diet in their pockets, it's not much to think that they collaborated on this entire thing. Yeah, that very well could be. I knew there was corruption in the Diet, but to think they'd actually go this far. How much further do they plan to take this, I wonder? Considering they've already conducted their combat tests, you'd think that'd be enough. However, the fact that they showed up here after the CGF left strongly implies they're still planning something. But their actions this time seem needlessly ambitious. They've gotten greedy and have started to overreach. You were talking about the exclusive trade deal for Maines of Septium. If this is their goal, they will very likely orchestrate at least one more attack, correct? Judging by our past encounters with Ravache, I'd say you're spot on there, Teotai. If there's going to be another attack, when do you think it'll happen? Let's see. We know that Mayor Bixen is probably going to contact the Bracer Guild tomorrow. If they really plan on following through their threat, tonight is their only option. Well, that settles it. We're going to drive off the wolves and arrest the Ravache members controlling them then. We must. There's no overlooking something this big. Should we contact the CGF for support? No, the CGF takes part in this. I bet the Mafia will get to go home scot-free, given their ties to that Diet member. We have to do this alone. Understood. If they appear, it will most likely be in the middle of the night, right? All the other incidents have occurred late into the night, so that would be a safe assumption. We still have some time left before dark. Shall we make our preparations? If we're running short on supplies, we should take care of that first. Once we're done preparing, let's wait here on standby until midnight. You're the ones who rented the room down the hall, correct? I was trying to snag that large room for myself, but the lady running this place said it was too spacious for a party of two. She sure knows how to hold her own. It's been a while since someone rejected one of my whims. Oh, I should go return this tableware to the owners here while I can. Of course she wanted to eat in the comfort of her own room. My lady can truly be selfish at times. What do you think of the room? Nice and spacious, right? It's not every day that young folks like you all decide to stay with us. It falls on me to treat you right. Oh, and you all going out? Things have been dangerous lately, so try not to stay out too late, alright? Oh, fuck, I forgot something. Damn it. I'm an idiot. God damn it. I just ended the clip when I didn't even need to. Either way, I'm glad I checked this. I had already had a few little clips done, and, you know, part of the stuff, so, you know. Anyway. Wait, there's someone else in there. Gans is lucky his liver still functions even when he's wasted day after day. I wish he'd just go home after work, but that's a long shot. Just you wait, I'm gonna win big at that casino someday. That will be a breeze after that. Hey, Marvo, are you even listening to me? Yeah, I am. Come on, man, how long are you gonna repeat that pipe dream? Can never go wrong with a little bit of booze. Sends all your fatigue from the day packing. Just don't drink too much of this stuff or you'll regret it. Trust me. Yeah. I sure wish I had something to completely alleviate my fucking pain. Daddy, it's so late. What's for dinner? I'm starving. Oh, only your favorite Kimmy. My homemade hamburgers. Woohoo, I love the mostest. Guess I'll have to wait until Dad gets home. Please hurry up. I'm so hungry. Come on, Dad. When are you coming home? Why is he so late? The deal would mean a monopoly on the septium industry. Of course, everyone's safety is my number one priority. But what about our regular trade partners? We can't afford to lose their trust. Mayor Bixen is under a tremendous amount of stress right now. I'm confident that they'll attack tonight. Let's get ready and stand by at the end. Bixen looks beside himself with worry. Maybe I should whip up some treats to brighten his spirits. Can't forget that woman's an old lady. The other thing about the big worry about my mom, like, having to go through surgery for a cancer thing is that there is kidney failure on her side of the family, and she's got to get one pretty much cut, and that's... Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. This is some bullshit. Oh dear, I can't believe my grandchildren are raising such an awful ruckus at this time of night. Hey, are you really skipping another drinking party at the bar? The mayor told me to hurry home after my shift, so yeah, I am. What's wrong with that? Oh boy, looks like I'm going to have to break it to you the hard way. You're a complete and utter loner, Loggy, and at this point, I think you might never crawl out of your shell. Shut up, Amy. Into the end. Save the game, because you don't know what's gonna happen. Alright, if we're ready, let's stand by here until midnight. We still need to decide on our strategy for when the monsters show up. So you think simply driving them away from the town will be enough? Right, we also have to corner the Mafia goons who are pulling the strings. This mission's starting to sound a bit trickier than we thought, huh? maybe I had a little too much to drink. Oh, damn, it's already gotten this late. Mayor told everyone to head back home early, you know. You worry about a few little monsters. I put aside visiting the casino to keep slaving away in those damn mines, man. Got me some slack and let me have a couple of drinks, damn it. And you go to that casino and bleed yourself dry every weekend. You must be their prize dairy cow, huh? You know, given how much mirror they milk out of you? Shut up. I'm saving my money for my next trip. Just you watch. I'll score big at roulette next time and win everything back. Did you hear that? The hell? No way. Is it those wolves? Please, stay away from me. Help us, Adios. Hey, you two. I want to cover your eyes. What the? What's that? A flashbang. These babies are pretty useful against months like these. You guys... We saw you earlier today. Save the talking for later. Go take shelter in the inn. Yeah. What is going on? Damn, they recover pretty quickly. This is gonna be a real pain in the ass. Alright, everyone. Let's take them out. This will be fun, won't it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, let me tell you right now, even with all this leveling done, Ellie, Randy, and Lloyd, I believe, all have learned 2 new skills. But, apparently, the others kind of just... Tio refuses to learn anything new, apparently. You're not even close enough to your team to get this going. Wow, you're still not close enough to everybody? I need Randy to move. Looks like we did it. Wow, only 3 experience. Alright, we're gonna continue this on in the next one.
'Cause every night I will save your life, and